The economic impact of COVID, coupled with the heavy expenses of election in Nigeria, has been identified as one of the reasons the much-anticipated census exercise was postponed. The country representative of the United Nations Population Fund, who's rounding off a tenure in Nigeria, spoke at a media interview in Abuja. TVC's Moyo Thomas was there.
Nigeria is set and ready to undertake her population census. This, the outgoing country representative of the United Nations Population Fund confirmed. She believes the exercise will be very transformative and will provide great global advantage for Nigeria when completed. She confirms that all the preparatory works has been completed and met up with international standards.
And that is simply because we need to know where does people live, what is their occupation, where do they dwell, where do they come from, how old are they, where do we build the roads, where do we prioritize infrastructure, where do we prioritize schools, healthcare centers. And as all of this comes together to make sure that the investments and we really optimize the way that the government make decisions going forward, is really about knowing what does your population look like.
She appreciates the Nigerian government for the commitment it has so far made to maternal health in Nigeria and urges the administration of President Bola Tinubu to implement the already signed agreement with the previous government.
And during COVID, where everything was in lockdown, it was difficult for women to access safe deliveries, so we didn't see any movement on that. It was also very challenging for women to access healthcare services, such as access to contraception. However, what we did do follow up with the previous government is, and I think that is something to celebrate, is that the government have committed and signed on to a few things. One of them is that the government have committed to providing core resources to UNFPA.
For Nigeria to achieve the sustainable development it so desires, women need to be allowed to play vital roles in the polity.
If we do not invest in women, progress will never, ever be what you want to call sustainable and long-term. It's a country that is proud of your heritage. You have a rich culture, and I wish the world knew about that. I also wish that you find your way to peace. This country deserves peace.
Nigeria indeed deserves peace. Fighting takes us nowhere. Let us all play our roles to achieve this. Moyo Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.